bless you, Gabriel. What's up, man?
God bless you, sir. How are you?
Man, I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there, working from home. It's
Yeah, I feel
miserable,
you.
man. It's like being in prison. Like I
Yeah,
go out once in a while for like a joyride on my car, or I'll go see Jamila, but I don't like. I like going out, you know. To,
yeah, of
like
course.
I like going out. I like like driving to work, and now like at home I get up at like I start work at 9 in the morning and I get up at like 8:55.
Yeah, I feel you.
How are you,
Just
man?
like just a lot of stuff been going on with the obviously the quarantine, homework, school,
Yeah.
and then just chores at home is pretty much it.
How are
How
you?
my co-
How are
how
you?
my grades?
How are you adapting to the school life online?
School life. I feel like sometimes there's pros and cons. Obviously,
Mm,
for some people it's a lot easier because you're able to do everything at your own pace.
mm,
Others, it's harder because you can easily get distracted and not, focus on what you have to do. For me right now, I'm kind of in the middle.
yeah.
Especially, I haven't really been doing anything, just wasting my time. Sometimes I just leave it all to Friday.
Yeah.
Sometimes I actually do my work, and it's been tough, I guess. Yeah.
So for those watching the quarantine life,
hmm
it sucks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it does.
yeah,
They've obviously experienced it. They're experiencing it as we are.
yeah. So before we start, my name's Kevin. I am a part of the staff team in Peniel Christian Church, and this is
Uh, my name's Gabriel Garcia.
This is Gabriel Garcia. He's also part of our staff team. So
Yes,
Gabriel,
sir.
I wanted to talk about some. I wanted to talk about fear. Um, Obviously, I feel like a lot of people experience fear, especially nowadays with
Yeah.
Corona stuff going on. Um,
Yeah.
what do you think of when you think of the word fear?
I think obviously it's like being afraid. It's like the everything when it comes to mind to everybody. Being afraid, uneasy.
Yeah,
Obviously, not knowing what's gonna happen is one of the big things for me. I feel like when you think about all that and stuff, you don't know what to do. You're uneasy and stuff, like I said before. That's what I think. That's what I think when it comes to mind.
yeah. For me, it's like I feel like when I think of fear, it's like a state of like state like of a shock. Like you can't move, you can't do anything. And I feel like we can all react a different way. I actually looked up the definition on Google, and it says the following: It says an unpleasant, often strong emotion caused by anticipation or awareness of danger. So it's an emotion, obviously, and people react different ways. And like I said, it's like a state of shock. Like you don't know what's going on, what's gonna happen, and it's crazy. So and people can react like different ways. Like for example, I remember when I started the what's it called the Easter production. When I was doing the Easter
Yeah,
production, I was being Jesus. Man, I was nervous. I was scared. Like for me, I was like a little shaky. So you know, for me, I was in shock and scared. What about
yeah,
you?
I feel
You have
you.
like a story like of how about fear?
I had one story. I think one of the things, biggest thing was I remember like tryouts. Uh, my tryouts and obviously my brother's tryouts. Seeing my brother go through what I had gone through
Mm,
my first year, not knowing what to expect and stuff. I made it. But it's still when you don't know what's gonna happen.
uh-huh.
You give it all your best, and you just the unknown.
Yeah.
That's what I think is the scariest part, just not
And it's
knowing
like
anything.
and like your heart starts racing and like
Yeah,
what your
yeah,
heart's like what's gonna happen? What do I have to do?
yeah,
But feel like a lot of people have that problem, but us Christians, we shouldn't be dominated by that emotion. Like we have to conquer that fear. Um, and us as like Christians, like for example, for me, another example that I have is like when I have a part like in like when in on the services, I get
Hmm.
nervous, I get scared. I'm sure other people that like preachers get scared, pastors get scared. They have fear too, and they get nerves. But
Yeah,
what I like to do is I get nervous in the beginning, but then when I go up there, it's just like okay, my nerves are gone. I'm just letting God do whatever He has to do, and whatever He
yeah,
has
I feel you.
to say will come out of my mouth. And I'm sure a lot of people, or a lot of people in the Bible had that same situation where they faced fear. Um, what can you think of like some people in the Bible that come up to mind when you think of fear?
Well, obviously the biggest main one for me is David and Goliath. Because he's the big guy. It's a
Mm,
very small guy going against big guy. Big versus small, underdog versus top dog situation. But I think like the second thing that really hit me was Jonah and the whale. He obviously disobeyed God when God told him to spread his message, and he was swallowed by a whale, and he stayed in the whale for a couple of days, and obviously he was scared. Definitely, I would have been scared if I got swallowed by a whale.
Can you imagine being inside of a whale?
I feel like it's just disgusting. That's just a whole different level.
Yeah,
And especially, there you go.
I feel like a lot of Christians face that like fear. And like yeah, you were talking like David, he had to, you know, go up against that big dude. Like he and then the thing is like David went in there, he went in like, hey, I may be this small guy, but I have someone bigger than you in my life. And
Yeah,
that's God, he went in there with God. And this I like this verse. When I was reading the story from David. I like this verse, First of Samuel chapter 17, verse 45. It says, David said to the Philistine, "You come over me against sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of armies of Israel, whom you have defied." Man, I love that verse. I don't know about you, but that verse is like
yeah,
really hits me. Like you can be, man, you coming with God to a battle, man. It's crazy to me.
yeah.
Uh,
I feel you.
but but us Christians, we have to have that. We can't have that fear dominate us when we go up there. When we're talking to other people, when we're talking to, our friends that are in need, we can't be scared to talk to them about God, or not. Don't be scared to talk about like or pray for them. And I feel like a lot of youth, they have a lot of fear, especially like when you're growing up in high school and people are judging you and whatnot. I don't know if you faced that, but me when I was in high school and middle school, I was kind of scared to let people know that I was Christian. And they eventually, when I started getting closer to God, in high school, I let people know that I was Christian.
Yeah, I feel you. I've had obviously a similar experience, especially my first year. I had grown up with a very tight group of friends and stuff, and I already knew everybody in my middle school and all that stuff, my junior high school. And I was the only one out of my whole school that transferred to a different high school. So all my friends are in high school right now, and I transferred to another one. Seriously.
Yeah, man. That's I feel like it's a lot of that happens to us, uh, to the youth. But those
Yeah,
that are watching, I encourage you not to be fearful. I encourage you that to just trust in God and just know that God has your back no matter what. And that those people that don't accept you, then therefore you're better, better good. Is that how you say it? Um,
yeah, you better off. That's what you
that
mean.
you're better off, without them. And just follow God's plan. And I wanna leave you guys off with this Bible verse that I read. Um, it's in Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6. It says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." So those are just some encouraging words to think of. You know, God's always going to be there with you. So never be afraid and never have that fear. Gabriel, any last words you want to talk about?
No, I obviously agree with you, but I think what I meant this way of high school was not to, come out of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to be judged. Obviously, you don't know what's going to happen, and the best you can do is just trust in God and go through, talk to people in the high school situation. But obviously, just the main thing when you're going through something you don't know, talk to God and believe in Him. He'll help you through it.
Amen. I like that. So that's all we got for you guys tonight. I want to say God bless you. My name is Kevin again, and this is Gabriel.
Yeah, what's up?
God bless you guys.
All right, man. God bless you.